Welcome everyone to the Everything Show, episode 138, Star Wars special. I am your host, Matrix Lord 212, and I'm with Brian. What's up, Brian?
Hello!
What's up, Caroline?
Hey, how are you?
What's up, David? What's up, Graham?
Frozen in carbonate.
What's up, Eve?
Happy Star Wars Day.
What's up, Tim?
What's up?
May the 4th be with you. All right, so now we're gonna do a big podcast on Star Wars, being a Star Wars Day, and we're gonna cover all the new people in here. Now, let me get my glasses now for this one. Okay. All right. So could you guys see the screen share?
Yep.
Yes, indeed.
Okay. So this is the cast. This was the big round table there. Well, sitting around the table, but we're gonna show you the actors individually. Okay. I'm gonna go to that next. Just so we can go over some things. Let me get out of this picture. Okay. Let's go. Let me screen share this. And you guys want to comment, feel free. Okay.
Well, what I would say, this is obviously it's a first sort of sit-down read, so it's not necessarily comprehensive. There could be people that will be showing up later within.
Correct. Like you could see the Emperor, you could see Frank Oz, you could like Yoda, you could see.
Exactly. So it's not necessarily comprehensive. So.
Right.
Is there any details on a plot?
No.
No.
Right, do they have a script yet?
All right. Yes, they do. It's done. They're gonna film. They're filming already. But now the first actor, John Boyega, right?
Mm-hmm.
As a British actor, has been in 2011's movie Attack on the Block. He's also a cast member in the new 24 series. His role has not been confirmed. Now, could you see him?
Yes, indeed.
Okay. We also have Daisy Ridley.
Oh, yeah.
Who is
A swimmer.
she's been in the horror short Blue Season. She's also been in the horror film Scroll. Made several television appearances. Her role in episode 7's not defined. None of it's defined, really. Adam Driver is supposed to be the bad guy, right?
Yeah.
Is he?
So it's been rumored, yeah.
Okay, we don't know. He was in Lincoln. He's in Girls.
Was he in?
There's also Oscar Isaac. Okay.
Yeah.
He's in Robin Hood, Born Legacy, Sucker Punch.
Mm.
And we know Andy from Lord of the Rings and Planet of the Apes, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Andy Serkis.
Wait, is that Gollum?
Tintin.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
You want to know?
Yeah, he's the one who plays Gollum, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And his is the most interesting casting that I can think of. One of the more
Yeah,
interesting
he must be
ones.
playing a Sith Lord or computer generated something.
Well, this is what me and David and I were talking about the other day. Is he going to be as himself, or like I say, he's the king of motion capture? Is he gonna
Definitely
be
not as himself.
a fully CG
Well, you can't.
guy?
But how do you know he's definitely
he's-
not going to be himself?
Well, I don't know.
versatile.
I don't know.
He has acted as himself before in other things.
Yeah.
In fact, he was the second unit director of the last two movies. He's been promoted on The Hobbit.
Yeah.
He does a lot of filming for the
He
films.
played Ian Jury in Sex, Drugs and Rock and Roll, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Burke and Hare. Also.
Yeah, bucket hair. Yeah.
All right. Now we also have Tom Hall. How do you say his name?
Gleason, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay. And he was in About Time, which was
He
written
was,
by a Doctor Who writer.
Richard Curtis.
Yes, and also we also have he was in a few other movies. We don't know what his role is. And Max von Sydow,
There we go.
he has like villain written all over him.
Yep. And him. Huh?
Yeah.
He's always been a villain mostly. So Carrie Fisher, we know she's back.
I can't think who she's playing.
Yeah, right.
Yes. Yeah. Exactly.
Mark Hamill's back.
Never heard of him.
Never heard of him, no.
Harrison Ford's back.
Yeah, and who the hell's that? Oh,
Anthony Daniels, Peter Mayhew is Chewbacca. Kenny Baker is R2-D2.
Yep.
Yeah, hello, R2-D2.
No mention of Billy D. Williams.
No Barry D. Williams, no happy, man.
No mention of Frank Oz.
Wow, that can
He's
easily
still
be.
alive.
He's dead, though, isn't he? He died.
Oh.
Frank Oz.
No, he didn't.
I thought he was dead.
Frank passed away.
He did not.
No.
Absolutely not.
He's still doing Big Bird on Sesame Street, for God's sake.
No, he's not Big Bird. He's like Grover.
That should be interesting.
Isn't he Grover?
There's quite a few voices on that.
Because Grover sounds like Yoda. So,
Gonzo, yeah.
what's up, Mike?
What's going on?
We were just talking about Star Wars casting, and we were going through, the list of the cast. Now, here's the thing. Obviously, we know. I mean, not necessarily have to be two villains, but wouldn't you have to have a Master and Apprentice? Isn't that the way it's supposed to always be?
Well, they never had that in the original.
Well, they did.
Really?
Emperor Vader.
Yeah, but they really didn't explain that until later. So.
Well, I know, but that's out the window too. I
know you guys are gonna jump on my case about this, but I hated 1, 2, and 3.
What?
I hated every little thing about it.
Well, the prequels are like crap.
Yeah, I thought they were the worst things ever. The only thing good about the first one was what's his face? You know, the guy who played Obi-Wan Kenobi. What's his name? Neil.
Ewan McGregor.
Yeah, that was the greatest thing.
No, not Ewan McGregor. What's his name?
Liam Neeson.
Yeah, Liam Neeson was great in it. The second one was crap.
The second one
was
the only thing that was good about the third one was at the very, very, very end when Darth Vader took his first breath. Everything else about it was awful.
Wow.
So,
No.
yeah, I thought it was awful. So I'm excited that Harrison Ford and the others are going to be in it, especially Harrison Ford, because with the exception of Mosquito Coast, everything that Harrison Ford has ever done has been great. But I'm also a little scared about it too, because Carrie Fisher hasn't done much.
Well, that's why we're spending $5 million.
The last thing I've seen her in was
the Mini Bar.
She's been a writer since then too, not so much an actress anymore.
That's true.
So it's going to be interesting to see. First of all, are those three going to be doing a lot? I mean,
of course. Well, Harrison Ford's definitely.
I mean, to be honest, they are older actors. They're limited as far as their physical capabilities. They're not going to be jumping around like they did,
Listen, if they can have Count Dooku just fighting like two people.
They're not dead.
Yeah, I know they're not dead, but it's like, I can't picture them like running around like they did, like, in
1977.
Why would they have to run around though? Like, why can't they just?
Well, I'm just saying, what are they going to be doing?
Push their wheelchair around. No, I'm just kidding.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. I mean,
well, maybe
not.
I don't know what, Caroline? You know what?
You're not going to play as big of a part as everybody thinks.
Right.
I think we can all agree. I think we can all agree though that when it comes to
do that for no reason, are they really?
Dave, put your hand in a minute. Yeah, there you go, mate. I think we can all agree though when it comes to the first 6 movies so far, 2 is the worst.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh my God, that was the biggest piece of crap.
It was.
Whoa, wait a minute.
Yes, it was.
Brian, I went having your mother.
Yes, it was.
I know Brian is going to totally disagree with me, and I know a lot of people out there disagree.
I'm not disagreeing with you.
But I just, oh my God, I thought, what were they thinking?
They were thinking, hey, let's make everything CGI.
Okay.
Brian, attack of the CGI.
I mean, the idea of seeing, like the beginning of the stormtroopers and all that. I mean, that was okay, but so I'm a little scared. I mean, I'm gonna go see it. I'm excited about it, but at the same time, I'm a little bit scared of what they're gonna do now.
It was a very good film in terms of set pieces. I thought Jango Fett, being dispatched by Mace Windu. That's one of my favourite bits because the way he kills him is so vicious.
Nice.
It's almost like he's.
I thought episode 2 was better than episode 1.
Cool.
Yeah, but Brian, you don't like what's it called? You don't like Empire Strikes Back, do you?
Yeah.
I never said that. I just say that was. Look at Joe. I never said that.
Are you feeling all right, Brian?
I never said that. I just said that it's not my favorite one out of them.
Okay.
All right. And Leighton as a young one, what is your favourite one out of the six?
I have. From the original series is Return of the Jedi.
Oh my
What?
God! I like the.
Oh, God.
Oh, God.
That was the worst part of that.
Well,
The Ewoks.
And from the prequels is Revenge of the Sith.
well, I mean, I thought the Ewoks were cool. I think the Ewoks were for like the female fans because they were adorable,
Yeah.
and as soon as that thing was over, I wanted a pet Ewok. So.
Oh,
The
God.
Ewoks, well, they did their job because the Ewoks were in there to sell toys and push product.
Yeah.
And it worked.
Yeah.
And it worked because I had a pet Ewok.
You know, it's funny. I know I said a couple of friends of ours on another cast over the weekend there. You know that Disney owns the right to this thing. I wouldn't be surprised if the Ewoks got renamed frickin' Gummy Bears.
Oh, God. Please.
But from the prequels is Revenge of the Sith of my favorite.
Yeah,
Well-
that's a good one.
Yeah,
That's where they
but-
got the balance just about right. That's more clear. to
it's
Empire
kind of funny how, because maybe like here's the question about evil and misunderstood. The idea of balance means that there's no evil at all.
Oh, here we
That's
go.
not really bad, is it?
Oh my God, Joe.
If you think about it, right,
Like-
Mike?
Oh,
Mike, right,
Well-
Mike?
Yeah, but
The idea of balance is not where there's no evil at all. That's not bad.
are you
Oh God.
okay?
there could be a point made there, yeah. I think it's more the argument, the fact that, like, how do you define evil? Because, I mean, probably you ask 20 people, all 20 would have different definitions.
I
Yeah.
mean, hey, you just wanted to save Padme. That's basically it. I mean, you got to wipe out everybody. Why not? No, I'm just kidding.
No!
No.
I brought up that argument only for the governor, not Star Wars.
Yeah, you started that whole evil misunderstood thing, Brian.
Yes, I
Well,
did.
one man's evil is another man's good, really, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Sticking to you, Joe.
One man's terrorist is another man's freedom fighter.
So to say.
So,
Did we talk about Spider-Man yet?
we did a cast on it already.
Oh, I guess
Oh.
I missed the boat on that.
Well, we could do that here. I just want to go more into Star Wars a little bit.
Obviously.
Sorry.
So, I mean, Yoda, I have a feeling Yoda's going to be in it. I think so. You know, he could be a ghost or whatever. but the thing, if you think about it, they gave themselves to the Force, right?
Yeah.
So why couldn't the Force spit them back? Like, they didn't. No, I'm not. Just no. Serious now.
Yeah.
They didn't die technically. Ben
Yes,
Kenobi
they
and Yoda. No. They gave themselves their energy into the Force. So why couldn't they come back?
I
You
don't
mean
know.
like
that's,
you mean like their physical self died, but their
Well, they
Force
didn't really
spirit.
die
Well, they can't.
technically.
Well, they can if they couldn't. Like they can't
if
if they.
Mace Windu getting chopped in half.
I think that would be a little bit complicated if they like brought it back. I like the idea of him being a ghost or maybe
No, but you see,
possessed in somebody
here's
else's
the
body.
difference. Now Darth Vader was burned, right? To
Ben
ashes.
Kenobi got run through, but he didn't get cut in half.
But he phased out before he got killed.
That's what my question was going to be.
Okay,
Obi-Wan, hold on, let me finish what I'm
Guys,
saying.
for a
Hold on.
second, one at a time.
Look, Obi-Wan Kenobi got, like, he didn't get cut in half, he just got run through. And he just disappeared, kind
Phased
of.
out before that happened.
Yeah, his robe fell, so is he, like, dead, or how do you define what's going on with him? As
He
opposed
gave himself. He became one with the Force.
Okay, can I put
Yeah.
a hole in your argument there?
Yeah.
Go for it, beef. Poke that hole.
to...
Qui-Gon Jinn.
Yeah.
Qui-Gon Jinn can't come back.
Well, no, he can't come back because he actually got killed by Darth Maul, like dead.
Yeah, but Yoda was communing with him and said...
And he was the first one to learn how to do that while he was dead. But...
Yeah, I mean,
not necessarily.
I can picture them coming back as ghosts and maybe like possessing.
I don't think they're going to be ghosts, actually. I actually see the Emperor as still being around.
The Darth Vader and the Emperor can't come back.
Well, the Emperor will be dead, but somebody probably.
I don't think so.
I
Do you want to know why?
dead, but somebody's gonna like You know how you always say, even in real life, you like kill one like bad guy or bad ruler, and somebody's gonna take its place. So you're probably gonna find out down the road the Emperor had a son or something.
I don't think he's dead because after the prequels, he's leaping from disc to disc like it's nothing with the Force, and Anakin and Ben Kenobi are leaping in the air from car to car, like using the Force to like land. So why couldn't he use the Force to land on his 2 feet? I mean, that's what he did when he was fighting Yoda. He's leaping all over the place.
Yeah, but didn't he end up landing into, what was it, like some kind of nuclear reactor? So there was nothing to, like, land
I mean,
on?
I don't know. Well, I mean, I guess.
Because I'm thinking
when he's thrown down to the
He didn't land on his feet somehow. There's nothing to land his feet on.
I mean, it's possible. You know, anything's possible. I mean, anything's possible in sci-fi, so, you know.
And what if they're cloning stormtroopers? Why can't they clone themselves?
That was a storyline in the books, though, wasn't it? Actually, they made a clone of
they did.
Darth Sidious.
But Disney's already come out and said anything in the books you can forget about.
Yeah, but
Clones, but like the physical, actual bodies, they can't.
Now, isn't there one main part yet to be cast, which is a young mixed-race girl they're looking for as well, isn't there?
I think so. Well, Leia... No, they casted Leia's daughter already, didn't they?
Well, so was
that's Leia's daughter, but isn't there, on the casting sheet, wasn't there a young mixed-race girl that they were looking for, sort of in her late teens, early 20s?
Yeah. Well, actually, I got a question for you. I'm not sure what that character is, but I got a question for you. It's 30 years since... That's what it's going to be, 30 years later, right?
Yeah.
Something like that, yeah.
So what if it's a thing where a clone needs to mature 30 years? It's like, in other words, they cloned Darth Vader, he needs to become 30 years and then boom. Come out.
Well, if it's an unaltered clone, because Boba Fett was an unaltered clone of Jango Fett, whereas the clone army was accelerated growth, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
But what if, like, this thing with the Jedi, it's different? They have to actually be, like...
Well, they have to train from younglings.
Why would I have to train if they cloned? I mean, wouldn't it be in their brain? Everything?
Yeah. That's what would.
No. Not necessarily.
Yeah, clones don't necessarily have the same experiences.
They don't have their memories?
Well, Boba hasn't got the same memories as Jango.
Yeah.
No, well, they deleted that, wouldn't they?
They did that in Force Unleashed as well, because the main Star Killer in number 2 is a clone of the original one, and the implication is that Darth Vader's been trying to. Yeah, again and again.
But again, that cannon's been thrown out the window because they're constantly throwing cannon out the window.
Maybe Jabba the Hutt's got a family member that's returned and he's pissed, so he's gonna wipe him out.
Well, we did have a wife in the first one.
I have a feeling.
Mrs. Hutt.
I have a feeling that someone's alive that's not supposed to be. That's what I think.
What do you guys reckon of the title, The Order of the Jedi?
The Jawas are back and they're pissed.
You need a good title. You can't have a crap title.
Well, that's the title.
Is there a title
What's the title?
The Order of the Jedi.
Who said that?
That's the title.
Yeah.
That's not. Where's that title come from?
I'll try to find it for you.
They announced it today?
Oh, a few days ago.
Really? I thought they were going to announce it at Comic-Con.
No, it's a couple of days ago, Joe.
Really?
Yeah.
The Order of the Jedi?
Yeah.
That's crap.
Yeah.
What's it called?
It makes perfect.
The Order of the Jedi.
Yep.
It makes
That's
perfect
so dumb.
sense.
So you know it's going to be about the Jedi coming back.
That's
rumored to be.
stupid,
That's
Luke would have been rebuilding the Jedi Academy that was destroyed
that's
at the end of
lukewarm,
the prequels.
So that's going to
Order of
be.
the Jedi.
If you think about it, that's going to be a little boring because I don't know. I mean, unless what they're supposed to be doing
That's
3
dumb.
of them, right?
I'd have one. I'd have one.
So if it's
Pepsi
going to
in
be
the
like.
Force, please.
So one is going to be like. So this next one will probably be them trying to rebuild the Order of the Jedi and people trying to stop them.
That's the most boring title I've ever heard in my life. That title's terrible. That can't be the title.
It makes perfect sense.
Yeah,
That
I mean,
can't
if
be
you
the
think
title.
about it, it does make sense because you have the
That
Return
title.
of the
That
Jedi.
title.
Yeah, you have the Return of the Jedi.
That
was
title
You had
sucks
the
Jawas.
Academy.
You
It
have
was
Return of the
destroyed.
Jedi, which is him
Then
becoming
it was
a
all
full-fledged
Luke was the
Jedi,
last one.
and then you have
Lucas
30
rebuilt
years
it.
later
Yeah.
them recreating the Jedi.
Wait, hold
So
on.
it does make sense in a way. It's boring. I agree. It's boring, but it makes sense as far as
It's
the
boring.
continuity of the other.
It doesn't, man. It's boring. That title sucks.
Yeah, it's boring, but it makes sense.
I think
Because
it would have
Star
been
Wars is
easy. They would have been able to go out in those 30 years and find people with force abilities who before would have had to hide those force abilities because the Emperor was looking out.
Guys,
Yeah.
Anybody.
I'm going to somewhat debunk it. Right now, it's just a working title.
Thank you.
What was that?
Thank you, Graham.
It's a working title.
It's not the real
that
title. I
that's
knew it.
not the official title.
No.
Some website was reporting it a couple of days ago, and now
No
it's
way.
come out, it's a working title.
No way.
So they better change it. That's all I can say.
There's no way that's the title.
Well, I have a.
Perhaps they should call it Order of the Matrix.
I mean, call it something like the Dawn of the Jedi or the Twilight of the Jedi or something.
Twilight.
Use
What is
Jedi in
this?
it.
Like
God,
Bella?
stay away from Twilight.
Yeah,
It's
please.
It's gonna be Star Wars.
You could call it Twilight of the Jedi, and you could have all the Jedi going, "I'm sad that I'm a Jedi."
It's gonna be Star Wars Episode 7. Time to rape the fans once again.
Whoa!
Well, I kind of have my doubts with Star Wars 7 because it's Disney's doing it, so.
Revenge of the Midichlorians.
Because Disney's doing it now, and who knows what they'll do with it.
Oh wait,
Just give James Earl Jones like
Oh,
$20
that's
million
gonna be.
and just let him talk
Yeah.
for
And you know it's
Vader
gonna
for
be
like each
totally
movie.
like boring.
You're gonna have Daft Donald.
Yeah. That's it. You need a powerful villain.
Pantomime Mickey. Yeah.
Are we really under the assumption Darth Maul's alive? Is that what we're still saying too?
I don't know.
Yeah, he got that.
He's in the Clone Wars cartoon. He's
Oh,
in
come
Clone
on,
Wars
that's
cartoon.
not canon. You count
Jedi
that as
tales.
canon? That's not canon.
He got
Fantasia.
a bit of whatever.
It's
And
a cartoon, that's not.
Maybe the Ewoks have turned evil.
Yeah. Hey.
I would not like that at all.
Zombies.
Yeah, zombie Ewoks. We're on to something here.
R2D2
The walking
turns.
Ewoks.
We'll have the hoops back as well.
Yeah.
Why not?
There'll be a dark R2D2. Yeah. They'll help out the Emperor. Yeah.
Lucas.
The Jawas and the Ewoks turn evil and team up and kick the galaxy's
So what they'll
ass.
do is they'll paint R2 green, and that'll be a new action figure.
Hey, so does Lucas have anything to do with this or not?
Nope.
He's executive
No.
consultant, probably.
That's about yeah.
He's
So then they'll be
executive
good.
consultant of the royalties.
So basically, he just gets the screen credit, but he's not
Yeah.
really doing anything.
Basically.
That's a good thing. That's a good thing.
So that means
Good
that
thing.
they'll probably be good, more than likely, since he's not actually.
Yeah.
Probably.
He's a one-trick pony, really.
The guy that wrote Empire wrote this. So,
Lawrence Kasdan, yeah.
just so you know.
He's a great screenwriter.
And he's writing the other one. They originally said episode 8 is going to be better than episode 7. It's going to be like the Empire of it.
There's only one snag when it comes to this movie, guys. It could be the biggest pile of garbage under the sun, but it's Disney, so it's guaranteed to make money.
It's
That's
not
what
going to be
nostalgia
garbage.
No, I'm just saying it could be. It would still make money, Joe.
I know.
No.
It would make money regardless, yeah.
Yeah, the only problem you might have with this movie, one name, J.J. Abrams.
Well,
he's got a good track record, doesn't he?
Well,
lots of lens flare.
yeah, I was just going to say that lens flare. Yeah.
But if anything, he has got he's got a love for Steven Spielberg and George Lucas. So I would look at Super 8. He's going to really sort of tread carefully with.
Well, so what about the rumor about? Is it still coming out in December?
December 18th, 2015.
Still.
Yeah.
Really?
What a disaster that is.
I always thought they tried to put it out in May.
It should be in May.
They should put it out at the height of summer.
It's going to be in December, though.
It makes sense, and the reason they're doing it is because this December's the final Hobbit, so they need something to fill the void.
Exactly.
And it's going to be a
big,
Titanic
long
story.
holiday season, yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to be number 1 till next May.
Exactly.
It's going to be like Titanic.
2015 it's coming out?
Yep.
Jar Jar Abrahams, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's big of a bad.
That's what our good buddy.
Well, here's the thing. If they do release it next May, then the schedule shifts for Avengers 2
The date is December 18th, 2015.
so far.
That's funny they haven't filmed the shot and they've already picked the date, though.
No, they filmed shots.
Yeah.
They've actually filmed stuff for over 2 weeks now.
The set construction's been going on for about 3 months. I mean,
September, October. Yeah.
2015 though might be a very busy year, so there might be.
It's a busy year.
Yeah, lots of big movies.
It's overcrowded.
Yeah, so there might be a few bloody casualties.
Well, there's gonna be a lot of delays. A lot of movies are gonna skip out and just go to next year.
Well, I do wonder if Kenny Baker's going to be a casualty because he's in advanced years. Is he going to really fit into an R2? Is he going to fit into an R2 unit? Really?
I don't see the point of those old guys coming back. You don't even need a man to be in a suit for that part. Really, it can be a CGI. So you don't need to bring. How old is he? Like in his 70s or something? You're gonna stick him in a little tin box, and what's gonna happen to him? Like you said,
he's gonna die in the tin box. Not as terrible.
Yeah.
Shocking.
Well, that's it. He's going to be cooking it. He's going to be cooking in sort of. Where they've been working on the Tatooine village, haven't they? Sort of like in Morocco, is it? Something like that, or Tunisia, where the original one was, or something.
No disrespect to.
Don't be surprised if that new R2 unit looks awful lot like a Rascal Wheelchair, I guess.
Wait a minute. They're changing R2-D2.
No, they're not.
No, they're not, Brian.
Brian, keep up.
Don't worry. It'll be okay.
Yeah, but right in the
It's
moment.
a safe place.
The thing is, at least in the first film, or at least what they call the fourth film now, he was only in a few scenes in the actual costume. A lot of the time they were using a remote-controlled robot.
Yeah.
Anytime you had...
What's funny, Dave?
No, it's just the thought of him sort of cooking in that little R2-D2 thing. You know, it'd be like a portable barbecue.
All right.
Guys, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go
coffee
get the cat.
Okay. No disrespect to R2-D2 now.
On the Everything Show, we love little people.
Yes.
Maybe in this episode, C-3PO will come out of the closet finally.
Oh.
You never know. Yeah, what's the base in these oil baths?
While we're beating up on Star Wars, come on.
He did save Senator Palpatine, but anyway.
Yeah. He's fluent in Bocce and many other languages.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Anyway, next subject: Spider-Man. Amazing Spider-Man 2. You saw it, Mike.
Yeah.
What'd you think?
Well, who all has seen it here in our group?
Not me.
Okay, I didn't want to spoil anything. The film itself.
I'll be watching it later, but I doubt you're going to spoil anything.
Yeah.
Good.
The Green Goblin was shit.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, and the Rhino was semi-shit, and Electro was not quite as bad shit, but the film was pretty entertaining.
I liked actually Electro. You don't like him?
Well, that's why I classified it as not as bad shit.
Yeah.
Semi shit.
Quasi shit.
Quasi shit. Yeah, but they couldn't do much with Electro though, realistically. So you had to give him points for that because, like, the old Electro, as you know, was the guy in the yellow and green suit with the lighting mask. He would just look like a reject. So yeah. Jamie Foxx did a good job in that, and Andrew Garfield. I kept looking at him throughout the whole film. I kept thinking of Anthony Perkins that played Norman Bates. He's got like a kind of a young Anthony Perkins thing going on through the whole film, but it was entertaining. I enjoyed the non-villain battle sequences. I thought that it was well written. But I liked it more when there wasn't really anything going on, because the special effects kind of took me out of the film, to be honest with you.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I never brought this up really in the cast, but that was my only gripe with the movie, really. That's why I gave it a 9.5. The CGI was slightly overdone for me.
Just like Attack of the Clones, sort of overdoing it with the CGI to the point that it was more of a distraction than anything
I
else.
loved the performance from Emma Stone. I thought she was fabulous.
Yeah.
Emma Stone. She was fabulous in the film, I thought. And Andrew Garfield was really good. I just didn't like that Andrew Garfield cried the whole movie. Like, it seemed to me like it's dad.
It's like, dude, you're Spider-Man. Dump that chick and go grab some other one. There's a dime a dozen out there. If you're Spider, I mean, it's like Superman pining away over Lois Lane. Screw her.
No, but Peter Parker don't do that though. It's in the comic, it's Mary Jane.
Yeah, he's PW'd. So, like, come on, dude. And then he's like pining away for her. She's going to London and stuff. It's like, come on, it's like this. How old is Peter Parker in this film? Like 19,
20, 21.
Yeah. Yeah, you got your whole life ahead of you. Go have fun, kid. You don't need to be tied down to some broad
She
like
gets
that.
killed off or something.
But the Black Cat was always in the background too.
Well, it's always good to have a plan B when it comes to in case something happens, like the Green Goblin kills your first girlfriend, you got a backup. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. If that happens.
No.
Brian, you dropped it, man.
Emma Stone was great in that.
Yeah.
And then Mystique came out of nowhere, and she started fighting soldiers and leaping around, and I'm like, wow, this crossover is awesome.
Yeah, right.
I'm like you. I want to see Mysterio. I'm ready for Mysterio.
Yeah, Mysterio.
Yeah. Definitely Mysterio.
Yeah.
Please don't tell me that Emma Stone's version of Gwen Stacy died. I like her as Gwen Stacy.
Yeah, she's dead.
Yeah, sorry, mate.
I'll be honest, I wouldn't have missed her anyway, because she was a bit
no, you're type.
No one cares really. She's just like that other actress. She didn't have as the last one who played the love interest of Spider-Man in the
Kirsten Dunst.
I thought she was 1,000 million times better than Crazy. I loved her as Gwen Stacy, man.
How can you feel sorry to see a character go when you've only seen him in one film, and she sort of was a bit of a wet blanket?
Well, it was the thing. We always knew she was going to go, because if you read the comic, Gwen Stacy dies. That's basically it. I mean, unless you were doing the Ultimate line, which we thought he was. That's why I actually thought they were going to do a twist where she didn't die. But, she's supposed to go. And then that's how Mary Jane pops in,
I'm back.
So, what's up?
Hey.
More vodka?
Yeah, I didn't like the Rhino outfit.
Oh, no. The suit was kind of gay for me. But
yeah, that was kind of like,
Yeah, exactly.
They got Spidey's sense of humor down perfectly. Though.
Oh, definitely.
That whimsical sort of like mocking, taking the piss out of him.
They got that. They got that down pat. Absolutely.
Yep.
No J. Jonah Jameson though, so we'll just point about that.
Ah.
Parker.
Yeah, I'd like to see J. Jonah Jameson.
Why can't we have the original JJJ in this one too? Why not?
What, from the Rami ones?
Yeah, why not?
J.K. Simmons.
Simmons, yeah.
Why not?
He was great.
Yeah, he was
So
perfect. He was a living.
They could do
embodiment of
that.
him.
They could have him in there. Who cares?
Oh yeah, the one who played him in the Tobey Maguire films actually appeared in the recent.
He's going to be
series.
in Terminator as well with Matt Smith.
Simmons?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, what else is he doing other than Farmers Insurance commercials right now?
Where he was doing
a lot of stuff.
He did Law and Order for years.
He does a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I done Law and Order. Yeah.
Yeah. What's the matter, Brian?
I'm waiting for X-Men.
He's pining out Gwen Stacy.
Brian.
What?
In case you were paying attention to an old Everything Show episode, I had a code with Graham, and I'm like, oh, so the next movie it's gonna be like, that was the code basically. That we just snap, crackle, yeah, pop, yeah, that was it.
Snap, crackle, she's dropped. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like her version of Gwen Stacy. That's just.
Brian, it wouldn't have mattered if somebody else had playing her. She had to go.
I know she had to go. I know what happens in the comics. I just like her version of Gwen Stacy.
She's not the mother that he meets. I mean, that's not how I met your mother.
Hey, call me crazy, but I like more of a dangerous sort of woman like Jean Grace Phoenix. You know, there's something to be said about a woman that can just suck the life out of you. You know.
Yeah, eat that, Cyclops. You going to a Superman movie?
Cyclops, 5 minutes was over. Lifted it out.
Charming, that was.
You going to play Lois Lane's boyfriend?
Took out Professor X.
Yeah.
X-Men movie was just horrible.
Whoa, why?
It was crap.
Which one?
The third one, Last Stand.
Oh, okay.
There was aspects there I enjoyed. It was the complete crap.
They never got the comic series right, but I mean, you know, it's
They're
entertaining.
killing him off. They're killing Wolverine off, though, aren't they? In the
They are, yeah.
Wolverine is dying in September.
Yeah, for how long?
Three months.
No.
He'll be back for Christmas.
No, actually, you won't be back for a while.
The first two were better.
Yeah.
No, they're calling it. Aren't they calling it 3 months to die or something like that?
It's I don't know what's called, but
I think
they're calling it.
That rings a bell.
It's 3 months to die because they've shown the covers where it's basically like a countdown of his claws, and the last one is like
the thing is this:
hand,
he has no healing factor, so he cannot be Wolverine without a healing factor.
How did he lose that again?
Sabretooth.
Okay, see, you know, we've been talking about X-Men, and damn you, you got me back into comic books now, to where it's like I'm buying all the X-Men again. I'm gonna be going through it. I mean, I've probably gone through it.
You have to get the Killable storyline.
Yeah.
And Wolverine. Killable.
Because I actually was hunting.
Now he is.
I was actually hunting an Uncanny X-Men 1 on eBay yesterday, and I was trying to figure out if I really wanted to pay, like, you know, $800 for a comic.
Jesus!
I gotta tell you, as
it's
much
my favorite
as
comic.
I'm good with the comics, even though I read it religiously every week, different X-Men books, I still couldn't keep track of it after a while. Because there was all these alternate realities and
crossovers.
Five different Phoenixes coming from the daughter. From
differ, by the way, because I remember a cast from months ago where you and Beef basically sat there and went through everything for Jack, Peter, and Uncle Paul when it came to the storyline.
Well, you think it's not confusing to me?
Yeah, well, I was confused as hell. Me and Tim were looking at each
Well,
other.
look, here's the thing, okay? Mr. Sinister, I guess, put Jean Grey in a cocoon in the bottom of the ocean.
Yeah.
He cloned her, and that was Madeline Pryor. They thought that she died. Cyclops married Madeline Pryor, the clone. Cyclops married the clone of Jean Grey.
Right, okay.
Which was Madeline Pryor.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
They had a baby. That baby would become Cable. Okay.
Cable.
Yeah.
Now.
Okay, right.
Now,
and he was infected by the techno-organic virus.
Right. No, wait.
All right, go on.
He had the techno-organic virus.
Yeah.
They sent him into the future with the Asakani. The Asakani is the religious order of the Phoenix by an elderly Rachel Summers, which is from an alternate reality, which is the daughter of Jean Grey and Cyclops, because at some point in time, Jean Grey comes back to life, but that's in the far future, but whatever. Anyway, so they sent him into the future, and what they did was they didn't think he was going to survive, so they cloned him, and that clone is Strife.
Yep.
Okay? And
are you writing this down, Brian?
And Strife is evil.
Like a flowchart.
Now, what happened was Cable came back from the future, older. Okay.
Took his mother to the prom.
When Jean Grey came back to life, okay, he married Jean Grey, Cyclops.
Right.
Okay. And we haven't even got onto Strife Legacy Virus yet.
Wait. Well, we're getting into
Strife.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah. Well, yeah. You want to go into that? He started Legacy. Okay. Strife set the virus, right?
As he died. Yeah.
As we believed he died, and Colossus actually killed himself to stop the virus and turned into ashes, and it was ashes in Kitty Pryde's hand, basically, and then Lockheed's in the background crying. But anyway. And also, Colossus's daughter is Liliana Rasputin,
that's his sister.
That's his sister, Colossus, and she actually came back from the future, and she's also the head demoness of hell in Inferno, where there's a demon called Nazareth, and she has the bleed. That basically. Wait. Just let's go back.
It's an alternate one though, where she's alive because she's dead, isn't she?
Well, no. Okay. Well, anyway, no, it's not. She really is. She's a teenager. And she wound up joining the mutants. But anyway, so now Jean Grey comes back on their honeymoon. Okay, they are plucked into the future. Jean Grey, Cyclops, and they have to raise the baby that he already sent in like years ago. So now they are raising young Nathan Summers, okay?
Nathan Dayspring Summers, yeah.
Yeah, Nathan Dayspring Summers. They're raising him from child until teenager, okay? And I think they also have to deal with Mr. Sinister in the future, too. Which Mr. Sinister had gave him a hint that there's going to be a huge battle called the Summers Rebellion, which it consists of Havoc versus Cyclops versus the third brother, which, as you know, Cyclops' father is Corsair from the Star Jammers. Okay, he actually travels with aliens, and he bites battles, sort of like Guardians of the Galaxy. Like he's like a pirate, like a good guy, and he battles and stuff. I don't know about the, but anyway, that's what his father does. Okay. Now it was rumored that maybe Gambit would be Cyclops and Havoc's brother because of the kinetic energy. Like when Cyclops shoots the beams out of his eyes, when he has the ruby quartz glasses, it focuses the beam, and then the same power is like with Havoc, when he just like it comes from his or like his hands, whatever.
Yeah, absorbs cosmic energy, solar energy.
Which, in case you didn't know, Havoc's girlfriend is Polaris, and she also has the same powers as Magneto, but she's not related to Magneto. But anyway.
Well, that's good news. I actually was just checking on eBay. It makes my decision a little easier. They got a good condition copy for $400, so that's not bad.
Yeah. Well, anyway, they raised
money back with the story.
Wait, they raised Nate, and then so he could be the savior of the future. Okay, they came back from the future on the beach that they left, but with about 20 years extra added to their brain when they only a day passed. And that kind of affected their marriage a lot. And then also the Phoenix Force came back for Jean Grey, which that was another thing. Okay, add that to the fact that Emma Frost came into the picture as a good person because she was trying to have her school of Hellions, like these kids, and they died. And then she wound up working for Xavier, becoming a teacher. She wound up actually messing with Cyclops in his head and flirting with him. And being that Jean Grey has a mind melt with Cyclops, she saw Emma Frost inside Cyclops' head wearing the Phoenix outfit, which is a lot of craziness going on there, whatever they were doing with that. So that was the end of the marriage there. And he wound up... But Cyclops wasn't all there because they had a big battle with Apocalypse, and he died, Cyclops. And then when they brought him back, they found out that his essence was merged with Apocalypse. So in order to save Cyclops, they had to bring back Apocalypse. They separated them. But because of that, Cyclops was still a dick. Like, more of a dick, because he had the little evil inside, which they tried to explain why he cheated on his wife a little bit, right, with Emma Frost. But anyway, the White Queen...
thought?
Well, it could be that, too. But anyway, so she died, again, Jean Grey. And then, like, in a couple of centuries in the future, okay, she came back to life, where in the future they had Professor X's sister was taking care of Professor X, I think, right?
Yeah, and we're only giving you the salient points. We're not giving you the surrounding story.
When Professor X was born, there was twins. There was a boy and a girl. And Professor X killed his sister in the womb.
Cassandra Nova.
Yes. So that was like kind of, But she survived. Like, her essence survived somewhere.
Psionic energy, isn't it?
Yeah, psionic energy. She had mutant power, psionic energy, right? So anyway, so technically Jean Grey's alive somewhere. But if you count now, you have Jean Grey of the past that was plucked out of the past by Beast, because what happened was Cyclops killed Professor X, and he's with Magneto and Emma. So Wolverine was the headmaster and the teacher, like Professor X, and it was a Jean Grey school for gifted youngsters. I'm kind of confusing you guys a little bit, but Beast felt that.
I'm following this team, man. I'm just.
The Beast felt that to make things better, he should go get Jean Grey, Cyclops, Beast, Angel, and Iceman from the past and bring them into the future.
Iceman.
Yeah.
Which the problem with that is that if they're plucked from the past, the Marvel Universe is altered. So stupid things started happening, like the Beast said something, or somebody said something to Jean Grey like they had a crush, and next thing you know, the whole Cyclops Jean Grey thing's out the window and she's kissing Beast. Yeah. So like it's altering the past Marvel Universe, like, because they're in the present now.
You may have a thing for Big Hank, yeah.
I don't know, but that was like a. But now, yeah, they did the Wolverine. They did the Wolverine and the Cyclops. Let's get back to the thing. Anyway, Legion was the son of Professor X and Maury McTaggart, right? Right, Beefhead?
David Haller.
Yeah.
And he hated Magneto because, as you know, Magneto in X-Men 25. I got fed up with Wolverine, and he just ripped the adamantium from his pores.
Yeah,
he did indeed.
And Professor X had to use a lot of stuff to keep him alive. Professor X
Jean Grey had to do it, yeah.
Professor X kind of got a little breakdown from that because he felt responsible. So what he did was he turned Magneto into a vegetable.
Yep. All on Asteroid M.
But as a failsafe, he absorbed Magneto's evil essence, and then he became Onslaught, which also stole the powers of Franklin Richards, the most powerful mutant.
Yeah, he kidnapped him. Yeah.
And the first order of business as Onslaught was to kick his brother's ass, which is Juggernaut. And he was the one that stopped the Juggernaut, was Professor X as Onslaught. Which it took the combined might of the Avengers and every single Avenger, Fantastic Four, everybody to defeat Onslaught, and then they appeared that they all died. But they actually went to a universe that was created by Franklin Richards, which they started that whole Heroes Reborn storyline where the origin started over again. But around that time, Tony Stark was a bad guy. And he kind of betrayed.
I'm sorry, I have to go. We're going to eat dinner now. So I'll talk to you guys later.
All right, Karen.
Good night.
Yeah.
They kind of turned Tony Stark into a bad guy in Avengers comic, where he was responsible for crazy. That's also when they killed the Scarlet Witch had a nervous breakdown, which is the daughter of Magneto, and she killed the Vision, Ant-Man, and somebody else. But anyway, Tony Stark was evil, and then he died. But then in an alternate reality, it was just whatever. Anyway, so
there's
Legion,
a lot of dying and bonking in these.
Well, so anyway, Legion went in the past to kill Magneto, and he accidentally killed his father, which created, in the House of M, he created the Age of Apocalypse universe, to which there was another version of Cable, without the techno-organic virus, Nate Gray, when everything was finished and the universe was restored, there was two Cables in one universe.
X-Man, wasn't it?
He was X-Man, right?
X-Man, yeah, and he was only about in his early 20s, something like that.
So you had two beasts. You had an evil beast, which was an anti-beast. You had which was a gray beast. You had the Superman, which had multiple arms, and you had Nate Gray, and you also had two Phoenixes in the universe. You also had Rachel Summers from the future, which was an older version of Jean Grey and Cyclops' daughter. You also had the future version of Rachel Summers, which was the leader of the mother of the Asakani, which was a religious order sent back in time to protect the coming of Nate Gray.
All I can say is...
But on top of that, Cable had saved the life of a girl that he adopted and made her his daughter, which was Hope Summers, but she wasn't related. And she was supposed to be the messiah of the race. And that basically started a war with the Avengers because the Phoenix Force was coming for Hope Summers. And Cyclops started the war with the Avengers, where he blasted Captain America across the beach.
So I don't see what your problem is. It's all quite straightforward, really, guys. It's all
can I say something here? Now, I really must stress you. I thought Doctor Who's timeline was all screwed up. Jesus, man.
Oh, yeah. Roll up and
there was also an alternate reality that was created where somehow an alternate reality was created where something happened that made Charles Xavier not want to form the X-Men and party, and Wolverine had to form the X-Men.
Lucky guy.
And you haven't even touched on Zorn yet, yeah.
Please. I mean, well,
I haven't even touched on the fact that Mystique is Nightcrawler's mother. And Rogue's mother.
Yep.
Oh boy.
But Rogue is an alien.
Yeah.
But they don't say.
Or the Macron Crystal, where you do have a Guardians of the Galaxy crossover as well, because the Guardians are in that business as well, aren't they?
Isn't that the crystal that recreated Wolverine when he died?
Well, it restored the universe, the Macron Crystal, because it was fractured, wasn't it?
But it also recreated Wolverine from bone, right? Because his head blown off.
No, when he had the adamantium ripped out to him, he had to, in essence, he didn't
have to before that. Before that,
oh.
He died, and the crystal brought him back to life, I think. Because I think his bones touched the crystal or something.
Nah, crap. You're right back, guys.
Yeah.
Something weird, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's all quite straightforward, really.
Yeah, basically. Gets a little confusing, a little bit.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Just a little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
So you have to do some reading.
There's a lot of reading. Yeah. And also, Professor X was married to the Shi'ar Empress, Leandra.
Yeah, about 15 years worth.
They were in space. Professor X was in space chilling.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Was she a hottie?
Yeah.
Yeah, she was.
Floats in wheelchairs go with the hot.
And her sister was Deathbird. Right?
Ooh.
Deathbird, I think, or Deathcry. That's her sister?
Yeah.
I think her sister was Deathcry.
Deathbird, yeah.
And then her other sister or cousin was the one that was going out with Nightcrawler. But then there was another one that was going out with Nightcrawler, right? Yeah.
Yeah, the X-Men always had.
She was part of the avian race, yeah. She was a cock
Right.
tease. But
What am I?
There was also the time that Psylocke was turned from British to Japanese.
Apparently nothing.
At 2:30.
No, she was actually, but then it was they made her Japanese. They totally turned her Japanese, like her. Remember that? Ethan?
Why did they make
Betsy Braddock, which
On purpose, or did they just change the artist or something?
well, the artist made her that way, and then they turned the whole storyline into it to make it that she was changed.
This is just weird, confusing stuff here.
Wait, state the bloody obvious, Brian.
And Betsy Braddock, who was like the replacement of Jean Grey, I guess, because she wasn't around, she had telekinesis powers. Her brother is Captain Britain.
Well,
and that's the Excalibur team that they created, the Shadowcat, Nightcrawler, and Megan, and Captain Britain, and then they were traveling through time with Lockheed.
Excalibur. Lockheed the Dragon was cool. Kitty Pryde's pet. Whatever happened to the Blob? That guy was cool.
He was, I don't know, he was just part of the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants. He was around.
Is he dead, or is he still...
I think he's alive, I think.
What's Magneto doing?
Well, there was a thing when Magneto died, then he came back as a 20-year-old. And then he was in love with Rogue, but then it wasn't... Which was hints, because in the alternate reality, Rogue and Magneto were married with children. Because he was leading the X-Men. When Professor X died, he had to form the X-Men. But no, he was a clone, and then he died. The guy Joseph, and then Magneto. I think his powers. He was pretty more powerful than ever. But then something happened. I forgot. I think Wolverine stabbed him in the chest as revenge. When he did that. There was like a whole thing that was going on. Yeah.
So who's the most useless X-Men? Like Aquaman is with the Justice League.
The guy that has the powers of reading every language. Cypher.
Cypher or whatever?
Cypher. But then they merged him with Warlock to make him cool.
Is that Cypher as in Decipher?
Yeah, well. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, this has been really educational tonight, kids.
We just went off on a tangent, right, Beef?
Mutant podcast.
Well, I don't get it, because I don't read any of the comics, so...
Brian, it's no for you, it's for the viewers.
Well, Wolverine's name is James Howlett. James Howlett. And they were never supposed to reveal that, but Marvel decided that they wanted it.
And a really cool series is Old Man Logan. That's a great... I read that, actually. A friend recommended it to me, which is like kind of a take on the whole thing, but they got the Hulk in it and all sorts of different things going on. That's a really, really entertaining...
The first appearance of Wolverine is in Incredible Hulk 181.
Really?
That's the first appearance of Wolverine.
Technically, it was the last panel of Incredible Hulk 180, wasn't it?
Well... You could say that about Venom too. I mean,
just being a comic book,
saying that Tom McFarlane didn't create Venom, that he appeared in Web of Spider-Man, whatever. But 181.
Yeah, and that was.
Why are they killing Wolverine off at all?
Alpha Flight.
For no reason, they bring them back eventually, Dave. Who cares?
They actually probably going to keep him dead for a couple of years.
He's kind of stolen the spotlight from the X-Men.
They kept Captain America dead for so many years.
Yeah, that's true. And they put Hugh Jackman perhaps a little bit too much at the front of...
They may kill... You know what they may do? They may put that storyline of the comics in the movie and kill him off in the movie.
Why don't they kill off Aquaman and keep him dead?
Yeah, he's just totally useless, man. I mean, who's... all the time. Who's Aquaman?
I don't know DC Comics. X-Men have a lot of villains.
I would say if you do think Aquaman is useless, I would say go and watch the Flashpoint Conundrum, which is the sort of it's one of the animated movies, and Aquaman is a pretty badass character in that one.
Didn't he lose his hand?
Yes.
In the comics before the universe was changed.
I think Prince Namor could kick his ass in a fight.
Prince Namor was cool.
They
Prince
had,
Namor by John Byrne. That was a good book.
they had a TV pilot for a TV series that never actually came about for Aquaman.
I can imagine. If there's any Aquaman fans watching this cast, I'm mortified.
Fish food, man.
We went from Star Wars to X-Men talk.
To Aquaman.
The power of food, man.
Now we'll go to the man from Atlantis with Patrick Duffy. Yeah.
Yes.
Why not?
Yeah.
Yes.
Hope you guys enjoyed your X-Men education there.
Thank you, Professor Xavier.
You're welcome. Yeah. I used my mutant power to make sure I had hair. So.
Professor Matrix.
Yeah, Professor Matrix. Yeah. Next week we'll be doing lessons on Spider-Man. Yeah.
I foresee a Stephen Price Photoshop of us with the X-Men. Something coming up soon.
I, for one, hope that they never do that storyline in Spider-Man where the villain Morlun ripped his eye out and ate it, and then broke his bones, and then he went to kill Mary Jane, and Spider-Man whipped out tentacles and absorbed him, which would have been the first villain that he actually killed, but he didn't, because they're bringing Morlun back.
Yeah.
But
Then
he grew his tonsils back though. Like he repaired himself in that cocoon in Central Park.
He did, yeah. When everyone thought he was dead again.
Yeah. And then he fought the Queen, and she altered his powers with shoot webs from his hands.
Since we're on the comic cast, obviously now, what did you think of Spider-Man? Like in a nutshell, I know you did a show the other day, but overall,
here's the thing. I'm gonna watch it 2 more times. I really liked it a lot. I loved it. Sometimes you just gotta put certain things aside. You know, like it's not gonna be what the comic book is. I mean, you know, and you gotta let it go. Let it go. Let it go. I mean, I liked it a lot. I liked Electro a lot. I didn't care for Green Goblin. I didn't care for Rhino. I didn't care for Alexander Smythe. I didn't care for Black Cat. I didn't care for the Crying. I didn't care, but I cared a lot of stuff. But
that Green Goblin, I think that if they would have put the Green Goblin in the original comic book outfit, I think they could have pulled off if they made him really iconic looking. It doesn't matter. He's dressed up like a hobgoblin. He's still
that's why he's called the Goblin, because of the mask. But
yeah, that's just shit.
But they didn't call him the Green Goblin in this at all.
Yeah, but everyone knows he's a Green Goblin.
Well, it was like the proto. He had the. See, the other one will become the Green Goblin. Like they never, you know, like Norman Osborn, I think, is still alive, so he'll be.
He just looked like some rickety, cheap-ass GoBot or something.
He was like a cross between the Lost Boys and, not Lost Boys and Fright Night, with the guy Evil Eddie guy.
Oh yeah, you're so cool, Brewster.
And he looks a bit like Toad out of the original X-Men movie.
Yeah, I mean that's just. You know.
Can I ask a question as one comic book geek to another? What about Freddie Fosworth?
What's that?
Fosworth. Is it Freddie Fosworth? The big man.
Freddie Fosworth.
Yeah. Wasn't he supposed to be in the movie somewhere? Yeah. Wasn't he supposed to be in the film somewhere?
No, they did what, from the mobster, the gang war? No, they did some Daily Bugle things.
Yeah, that's it.
They
were running loads on Tumblr and loads.
Yeah, they weren't gonna put this. There was also the Sin Eater, but they didn't put him in it. They weren't gonna pull that. There was also supposed to be the thing with the lizard, with the trial or something.
Yeah,
they just did that with the Daily Bugle stuff.
I'm not surprised they didn't do the Sin Eater, because Sin Eater is a dark
yeah.
thing.
Well, that would have been like Dark Knight, Spider-Man.
Yeah.
No.
I've been more of a X-Men sort of connoisseur over the years up until late, but I'm not really familiar with the Spider-Man characters. Who was the guy at the end that went into this cell? I think his name was Pierce or something.
I have no idea who that is.
Okay, I didn't know if that was something that was obvious.
He was the same guy that went in the cell with the lizard.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know.
No guesses as to who that is?
It could be the Master Planner, or it could be like Doc Ock. I mean, I don't know.
The Chameleon.
Well, okay, the Chameleon, first of all, is the stepbrother to Kraven the Hunter.
Yeah.
So, like, they're not even. He's supposed to have accents and everything. It's supposed to be, that's not the Chameleon. But,
What?
I don't. And Kraven the Hunter girlfriend is Calypso, which she has like voodoo powers, and she brought Doc Ock back from the dead when the clone of Spider-Man Kane touched him with the mark of Kane and killed him.
And brought Kraven back to life as well. Yeah.
Well, the thing is that he can never die now. He can only die if he kills Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Which he already killed. Who did he kill? The girl that was Spider-Girl, or somebody else.
Yeah, Spider-Girl. Yeah.
And somebody else, I think.
When she called Cassie something like that as well.
Yeah, that's crazy. Now Madam Web's still alive, I think, right?
As far as I'm aware, Madam Web.
Who is Madam Web?
She has psychic ability to see the future.
She's like an oracle type character.
Yeah.
Spider.
But now she's young, I think.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
She's super young now, I think.
Is she related to Mark Webb somehow?
No. Was Madam Web the storyline that the mid-90s TV?
In the anime?
Yes, she was, yeah. With the Beyonder and everything like that, and the Secret Wars.
I wish they could do a Secret Wars again, but they turned the Beyonder into a female called Cosmos, and now she's a good guy. So.
Oh God! Back in the day, Secret Wars was awesome. I mean, it was like waiting forever between issues when those were coming out. You were like, "Oh my God, I got to see what's going on next."
Yeah.
I'd love to see Secret Invasion as a film, but that would never happen.
See, I have a problem with
fantastic
that.
Story.
I have a problem with that because Mockingbird was in hell, and the way they brought her back made no sense. But I'm a big Mockingbird fan, Hawkeye's wife, and she died, and her soul was in hell. She was trying to get out of hell, but she let Hellcat out of hell. But they tried to make it like it was a Kree that died.
Was she in the West Coast Avengers with Hawkeye and all that? Okay.
Yes, Bobby Morse.
Yeah. She's got the black and white outfit, right?
Yeah, she has the staff.
Yeah, okay, I remember that. What about... Yeah.
She actually killed the original Ghost Rider, which was the Phantom Rider, because he raped her. So she just let him fall off the cliff and die.
Whoa!
West Coast Avengers... That was, I don't know how long that stayed out, how current it was, but I know back in the day, there was like Wonder Man, Hawkeye, Mockingbird, and trying to think of who else was in it.
I hated Wonder Man.
Wonder Man.
Wonder Man, oh God.
He was a jerk, and he,
That's almost as bad as Captain Britain.
Wonder Man's kind of like if Warren Beatty was like a superhero.
He was terrible. I hated Wonder Man.
Wonder Man.
I hated him.
Captain Cool.
Yeah, I don't like Wonder Man at all.
I was just after just throwing stuff against the wall for some reason.
I like the West Coast Avengers when they had Tigra, Moon Knight. You know, Black Knight was in it. It was cool. You know,
Colonel Sexist.
Then they ruined the whole thing. They actually beat the Avengers' ass. Actually, they did. They kicked their. They beat
for the East side.
Yeah, the West. I was the West Coast Avengers.
Yeah.
West Side.
Yeah.
So.
Tupac and Biggie. Yeah. Okay.
Then they tried they were going to do an experimental thing. The East, they had the West. Then they were going to do the Great Lakes Avengers, and that thing fell through. It was terrible.
Yeah, it's like CSI. They got like CSI Miami and Vegas.
Although back then it was East and West, and yeah. So.
Well, at least they got the country covered with all the different, factions.
You know what it is? The moment they changed the West Coast Avengers title to Avengers West Coast, it fell to crap. Because it made it stupid. That's a stupid title, Avengers West Coast.
So how many books are out for X-Men now? Is it just Uncanny X-Men, or is it?
No, it is. I don't even. What is it now, Beef? Because I'm not reading X-Men now, but.
Beef's on mute.
Oh, okay.
Jesus, I couldn't even keep track. It's like in the UK, I don't think we get as many books as you guys get over there. I mean, you've got X-Force and X Unlimited and
I'm out of touch right now with it.
Yeah. Triple X. No, that's the top shelf. No.
Oh boy.
I couldn't even begin to get. That's the thing. It's sort of that's Infinity. Oh, that was a god awful cartoon as well. It's the same with anything. You had different versions of Batman. You had Batman. You had Detective Comics. You had Batman Incorporated. It's just.
Well, I mean, the reason I'm asking is because, like, I'm saying, if I were to jump back into, like, buying the X-Men and following them going forwards, like, is there? Because I know back in the day you had Uncanny X-Men and then you had X-Men. And those two were the ones I focused on. I didn't get like the one-off little things here and there.
Well, I would definitely say that there's probably an Age of. I'm sure there's an Age of Apocalypse trade paperback, hardback, or something like that. I'm sure there's probably I know there's a Civil War one.
There is, yeah.
And it will include all the sort of like because it was such a crossover, something like Civil War or Secret Invasion. It crossed over everything. It crossed over Fantastic Four. It crossed over Spider-Man. It crossed over so many things.
Yes. The whole universe actually was altered, but then restored. Yeah.
It's to get the sort of like trade paperback coffee table tome.
Yeah. I'm trying to see if I have my book that tells all the. Hold on, let me get it.
Yeah, we're getting well skilled tonight, man.
Cool. It is, I'm not a bag and boarded guy, to be honest with you. I'll read my comic books and I'll reread them on a shitter and everything like that, and then I'll give them, obviously. Yeah, I was going to say then I give them to my kids to read, but that just sounds very unhygienic.
Thanks, Dad.
Yeah. This page has got a funny tint. It's a sepia comic. The storage space it takes up is ridiculous, to be honest with you. So it's the case. I was quite fortunate when I got into comic books again. I think it was early late 90s, and the UK they did a very good sort of like collector's edition one where they would cross over lots of different ones, to be honest with you. So instead of having to buy X amount of different comics and titles,
you have
comic books these days is a rich man's game, to be honest with you. Because I just couldn't keep up with it.
Called X-Men Legacy. You have hold on.
Nice crowd, Dave.
Thank you, darling. Thank you.
Let's see. Uncanny X-Men. A Magneto.
Heavy
book. Deadpool. Well, not Deadpool. Wolverine and the X-Men. You have
Game of Groans with David Aston.
Pardon.
Peter Dinklage.
X-Force.
Yes, it's an adult version.
I think that's it.
So that's what? How many? And these are, and how often are they coming out now? Is it monthly or?
Yeah, it's about $30 a month.
Then you have other books.
That's a lot of money for
Uncanny
all those
Avengers. Like they have X-Men with Avengers now, and
So what's the typical comic book cost these days? Like $3.95?
$4.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Oh, I remember when they were 75 cents.
Well, $3, $4.
Gee, thanks, Papa Mike and Papa Tim.
The Amazing Spider-Man #1 was $6.
Whoa, Jesus!
$6 to get it.
Putting that fuck kids through college.
So it actually cost me about almost $10, $9.90 for 2 comics. That was just. And Silver Surfer too.
Oh, God.
For 2 comics, it cost me $10. just about.
Fuck me, man, that's 4 beers.
You can have a dilemma if you want to collect a few. I tried doing that.
That's funny.
Chances are you can find the e-version online for free somewhere. So.
Yeah. Well, I tried to do that with the Avengers thing. And,
Not with the Dorset.
No, never.
It was like £20 a month for all
Well, that's it.
Marvel Masterworks did a really good job of collecting a lot of like the early key issues of a lot of the Marvel titles. Yeah. And it was like $30 for like a hardcover, and it collected like the first 20 issues or something. Yeah, and it was in color and a good quality paper. I've seen some of the trade graphic novel, like the paperbacks that come out. You know, they collect a lot of the early issues, but they look like shit because they're like just black and white. It's like, yeah, come on.
Yeah. So that's our comic book everything show.
So yeah, Star Wars,
Spider-Man, X-Men.
The entire history of Marvel Comics. And,
well, not the entire history, but a little portion of it.
Yeah, which is talking late 80s to.
And they actually killed this guy off. I can't believe it.
Oh, the Watcher.
They actually killing him off. And now, we also talked about this on the Everything Show before, because of this storyline, The Original Sin. It turns out that Angela, the angel, you know, like the Angel Warrior from Spawn universe that now Neil Gaiman has the rights to, that's Thor's sister, Thor and Loki. Thor and Loki had a sister, and Odin sent her to another universe. So that's crazy stuff.
Is she hot?
We showed the picture last time, yeah.
I'm trying to remember if I did the animated. She had the animated series of Spawn in the late 90s.
She might have been. I don't remember.
I remember the blue hair chick, but I don't remember anything else.
All I can say is that if they're going to bury Uatu, it's going to be a funny shaped coffin.
Hang on, Beef.
It's going to look like an exclamation mark. It truly is.
Maybe Galactus will smash him down or something.
I'm gonna show you the picture of it. Hold on.
Okay.
Oh, this is a risky thing.
Careful.
I'm alright. Hold on. Alright, so spoilers, guys. This is Thor and Loki's sister. We did this already, though, on the show. What do you think?
Yeah, not bad.
That's Angela from Spawn, universe.
Oh, hello.
Yes.
Yeah.
Not a fan of the redhead, but I guess she's all right.
I think she wins the Golden Globe Award.
Yeah. You'd hit her up with a couple of Grammys for them anyway, So.
There you go. Yeah. And also, someone else was bitten by the spider that bit Peter Parker.
Wow.
That's another thing that she's going to be coming into the picture. Her name is Silk, and she's going to be a villain.
Spider Silk.
When is Aunt May going to don a superhero costume and start fighting?
She already donned Iron Man's armor.
Aunt May did?
Aunt May put on Iron Man's armor and beat up like a couple of supervillains. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Tony Stark gave her his first armor, and she just like.
Did she make it back in time to make Peter Parker's lunchbox?
Yes, actually, yes. Actually, Aunt May is now married to J. Jonah Jameson's father.
Yeah.
So it's Mae Jameson now.
They're just going crazy with it.
And Mayor, well, he was Mayor J. Jonah Jameson. Now he's not no more. Now he's even hating Spider-Man because of that. Because Dr. Octopus was manipulating him, and he ruined him from becoming mayor. So now he thinks it was Spider-Man because it was in his body and.
And it was so long before Spider-Man, Peter Parker realised that it was J. Jonah Jameson's dad when he saved him from the subway, from the Shocker and everything like that, wasn't it?
The Shocker.
Shocker's around, so.
Yeah, the Demon Duvet man himself, yeah.
They actually it was an interesting thing that, like, before they altered the universe, they had turned Mysterio into a demon. Because for some reason, one of the guys in the Daredevil comic actually killed him off. They made the character Mysterio kill himself, and he came back in the Spider-Man comic, and actually for 10 years, nobody knew he was dead, not even the Spider offices, like for Spider-Man. And then one fan said something that, like, oh my God, how has Mysterio appeared if he's been dead for 10 years? So, but they brought him in like his, he had half a brain or something. It was weird.
What about Scorpion?
He's still around too, I think.
Isn't the Scorpion
actually Scorpion had the Venom symbiote?
Yes, he did. Yeah.
Yeah, he did. That was interesting.
And then wait till we get Anti-Venom. Yeah.
That was another thing too from Mr. Negative, right?
Negative, yeah, exactly.
Altered his. Mr. He was dying.
Mr. Negative.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mr. Negative.
Was he just walking around with a bad attitude all the time? Is that his power?
He kind of reversed someone's powers, I think, right?
Yeah.
And I guess Eddie Brock didn't have the costume anymore, the symbiote, but he had a little piece in him.
It's a very sort of yin and yang type thing.
He kind of reversed him in the Anti-Venom, yeah. But I don't know if he has it. He still has it, I think, right?
Yeah. Well, no, he went up against Venom, didn't he? He went up against Venom. Anti-Venom went up against Venom, and they sort of counteracted each other, I think.
Okay. Let me try to get a picture of Anti-Venom and show you. I like, what was that original picture that they showed him? It was pretty cool.
Mr. Antisocial.
Actually, it was a cool concept that he became Anti-Venom.
Yeah, because he became a force for good. He actually.
But you know, this is him, Anti-Venom. It's like the reverse.
It's a yin and yang type thing.
I know.
I'm still getting over you saying Aunt May got in Iron Man's outfit to beat up some supervillains. That's crazy.
Well, yeah. so did Pepper Potts. Pepper Potts became rescued, didn't she?
Let me show Aunt May. Let me show that thing.
Yeah, I was going to say, but Aunt May's like, what is she, like 84 or something? I mean...
Yeah, I know.
Dude, if you got your ass kicked by Aunt May and you're a supervillain, just hang it up. Being supervillain's not in it for you, pal.
Yeah, here it is.
Oh, there we go.
Actually, Mary Jane and her went in the armor because they lived in Stark Tower.
Yeah.
She was an Avenger.
Yeah, but they got Aunt May looking like Helen Mirren or something. I'm thinking of like Steve Ditka's Aunt May.
This is the run up to Civil War, isn't it?
That was after Civil War, I think, right?
Well, because
it was after Civil War. He already revealed his identity.
He revealed his identity, and he was living in Stark Tower then, because he couldn't live in it.
And this was the costume that was created by Tony Stark for him, but he didn't know that it blocked out his spider sense against Iron Man.
Well, it didn't. Oh, yeah, that's it. And it was also sort of like biometrically reading him and sort of studying him in essence, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I never agreed with this thing. How he could create a spacesuit for himself. I mean, he was smart, but not that like that. Like.
Where's that?
There was a storyline called "The Ends of the Earth" where Doc Ock was trying to take over the world. He created a Spider-Man spacesuit or something.
Okay.
So I wasn't really crazy about that, but.
Why is
what's
the
going
head
on
of
there?
Fantastic Four got a paper bag on his head?
Oh, that was an old comic when he had to give up the symbiote suit. Yeah. All right, we went well over our time. Yeah. So.
We've been everywhere, man.
Thank you guys I hope you guys enjoyed this everything show.
It's been educational.
I hope my nerd you approved of this one.
Yeah, he was very.
He was upset. He was upset about the Star Wars.
He was, yeah.
Brief news. So I hope we made it better for him. So, all right, guys, take care. Bye for now.